When someone hurts you on purpose, it's not a mistake, it's a choice. And that choice? It's a reflection of them, not you. We've all trusted people who turned out to have their agenda, leaving us to pick up the pieces and question our worth. But here's the truth. Letting go and finding peace isn't about them, it's about you. In this video, we'll uncover why giving second chances to those who hurt you intentionally isn't worth the emotional toll. You'll learn how Stoic principles can guide you to inner peace, helping you detach emotionally and focus on personal growth. This journey isn't easy, but it's essential for regaining self-respect and rebuilding strength. Stay with me to the end because we're diving deep into practical steps to set boundaries, cultivate resilience, and use every setback as a lesson. If this resonates, hit that like button and subscribe to Stoic Narratives Official. Together, let's master the art of finding peace, strength, and emotional freedom. Section 1. Recognizing intentional hurt. When someone intentionally hurts you, it's easy to feel the weight of their actions as a personal attack. But there's a Stoic truth we need to understand here. When a person chooses to hurt you, they're making a statement about themselves, not you. Their intentions are rooted in their struggles, insecurities, or fears. Recognizing this reality is the first step in detaching from the pain and reclaiming your peace of mind. It's about realizing that the hurt they aim to create doesn't have to stick to your spirit or define who you are. In Stoic philosophy, there's a core belief that our reactions are within our control, even if other people's actions are not. This control over our emotional response gives us power. It allows us to acknowledge intentional harm without letting it seep into our inner world. When someone's behavior is cold, calculated, or hurtful, remind yourself that it reflects your turmoil. It might be jealousy, insecurity, or anger. You don't need to carry that burden. Let's be clear, intentional hurt is different from an accidental mistake. It's planned, deliberate, and often repeated. People who act this way don't slip up, they choose their actions. Recognize the signs, patterns of disrespect, dismissiveness, or disregard for your boundaries. These are the markers of someone who isn't contributing to your peace, and staying close to that will only create more damage. Instead, follow the Stoic principle of emotional detachment. Create a mental boundary where their actions exist outside you without affecting your inner calm. Reflecting on their motivations without taking it personally is liberating. You don't have to absorb their behavior or take ownership of it. Think of it this way. In life, we encounter many people, each carrying their own story, emotions, and wounds. Some people are ready to heal and grow. Others look to project their pain. The wisdom in Stoicism reminds us to focus on our growth and let others wrestle with their shadows alone. By doing this, you can protect your peace and move forward with clarity. Stoic philosophers often talk about emotional resilience, the ability to withstand adversity without crumbling. In times of intentional hurt, this resilience is our anchor. You can acknowledge the hurt without letting it poison your perspective. Remember, your worth is defined by your actions and principles, not by someone else's poor choices. So as you move through this, use this as your mantra. Their actions say more about them than they do about me. This shift in thinking frees you from unnecessary emotional weight. You reclaim your peace, letting go of the need to explain or fix it. Detach, refocus, and ground yourself in the things you can control, your values, your peace, and your growth. This resilience, rooted in Stoic thinking, becomes your shield against future pain. Embrace it, practice it, and watch how your inner peace strengthens even when others try to disrupt it. Section 2. Why second chances aren't always a good idea. Giving second chances to someone who hurt you intentionally often seems like the compassionate thing to do, but it's rarely the wise one. Forgiveness is a powerful act, but in Stoic thinking, forgiveness doesn't mean granting them another chance to repeat their actions. Instead, it's a release, a way to let go of the bitterness that can weigh you down. True forgiveness is about freeing yourself from the emotional hold of their actions, not about reopening a door they already closed. When someone reveals their intention to harm, that's a truth you can't ignore. Stoicism teaches us to value our peace and strength and to guard it against those who would disrupt it. By giving second chances to those who disrespect you, You're not only inviting them back into your life, but also inviting the same patterns of pain and disappointment. This act of self-respect, of choosing not to forgive thoughtlessly, reflects emotional control and inner strength. It's a powerful way to honor yourself and reinforce your worth. Now let's talk about the cost of repeated hurt. Every time you forgive someone who hasn't shown real change, you're risking more of your peace and stability. In a sense, it's like walking into a storm unprepared, knowing you'll be drenched by the end. People who intend harm often have a pattern, a habit of acting in ways that prioritize their needs and ignore the damage they inflict. They don't slip up, they choose this behavior. Protecting yourself from repeated harm doesn't make you unkind, it makes you wise. It's a way of asserting that you won't accept disrespect in any form. If you're ever tempted to give them a second chance, consider this. Are they showing signs of genuine remorse, real change, or an effort to rebuild trust? If the answer is no, then the best thing you can do is choose distance and focus on your journey. As Stoic wisdom reminds us, we don't have control over how others act, but we have full control over how we respond and what we accept in our lives. The decision to hold your boundaries, to protect your emotional well-being, is a powerful one. It's a declaration of your value and a refusal to let anyone diminish it. Remember, forgiveness is not the same as reconciliation. Forgiveness is for you, a way to release bitterness, but reconciliation requires two parties who are both willing to work on trust. In cases of intentional hurt, reconciliation is often unnecessary, and seeking it only drains your energy. A clear mind and peaceful heart are worth far more than any explanation they could offer or any apology they may give. Choosing not to give a second chance is an act of clarity and courage. You're setting a boundary that protects your future self. It's a reminder that peace and respect are not negotiable. By guarding your emotional space, you make room for what truly matters: people, pursuits, and values that align with your growth and well-being. This choice, guided by Stoic resilience, builds a foundation of inner peace that's unshakable, even in the face of past hurt. Section 3. Setting boundaries to protect yourself. Setting boundaries is one of the most essential steps to protect yourself from intentional harm. Boundaries act as a shield, a declaration of your self-worth, and a commitment to inner peace. In Stoic philosophy, boundaries are a way to maintain control over your mind and emotions, creating a space where external actions, especially harmful ones, don't disturb your peace. When you set boundaries, you're not just keeping others in check, you're defining what you will and won't accept in your life. Identifying your boundaries starts with understanding your needs. Ask yourself, what do I value most in my life? Peace, respect, integrity. These are the pillars you're building your boundaries around. If someone's actions disrupt these values, then it's time to enforce your limits. Think of boundaries as your commitment to protecting the calmness within. This isn't about putting up walls. It's about defining a safe space that allows you to grow and stay centered. Implementing boundaries requires consistency. Saying no may feel uncomfortable at first, but it's crucial to remember that every time you enforce a boundary, you're showing others and yourself that you take your peace seriously. Stoicism teaches us that our internal state is sacred, and protecting it isn't selfish. It's wise. Boundaries send a clear message that you value your well-being above the opinions or desires of others. This doesn't mean you don't care about people. It means you care about yourself too. When someone crosses a line, remind yourself that enforcing boundaries is an act of self-respect. It may feel hard in the moment, but every time you choose to stand firm, you're reinforcing your sense of worth. Setting boundaries isn't about shutting people out. It's about keeping the negativity and disrespect out. It's about creating a space where you can heal, grow, and find clarity without the interference of those who don't respect you. Practical boundaries could include limiting communication with someone who's caused you pain, choosing not to engage in negative conversations, or even emotional detachment. Emotional detachment doesn't mean you're cold or unfeeling. It means you're choosing not to let others' actions dictate your emotions. In Stoicism, this detachment is a powerful practice. It reminds us that while we can't control others, we have complete control over how we let their actions impact us. Finally, Remember that boundaries are not a one-time action. They're an ongoing practice. Each time you uphold a boundary, you're honoring your commitment to personal growth and peace. Boundaries allow you to focus on what truly matters, on relationships that respect your worth, on activities that nurture your mind, and on growth that strengthens your resilience. By practicing this discipline, you're not only preventing repeated harm, but you're also creating a life filled with intention, respect, and purpose. This is the Stoic path: to choose peace, to prioritize inner strength, and to let go of anything that disrupts your journey towards a balanced, fulfilling life. Upholding these boundaries daily solidifies your foundation of peace, allowing you to move forward unshaken, even in the face of adversity. Section 4. Transforming pain into growth. Transforming pain into growth is one of the most empowering steps you can take after experiencing intentional hurt. In Stoic philosophy, adversity is seen as an opportunity to refine yourself, to become stronger and wiser. When someone causes you pain, it can be tempting to dwell on it, letting the hurt define your thoughts. But this is exactly where Stoicism guides us toward a different path, a path that uses pain as fuel for personal growth. Rebuilding self-confidence after betrayal starts with reclaiming your worth. Intentional harm can shake your sense of self, making you question who you are and what you deserve. But remember, your value is not defined by someone else's actions or words. To rebuild, start small. Set achievable goals that remind you of your capabilities, whether it's finishing a project, investing in a hobby, or reaching a personal milestone. Each accomplishment, no matter how minor, reinforces your sense of self-worth. It reminds you that you're capable, that you're resilient. One powerful Stoic approach to rebuilding self-confidence is through positive self-talk. The words you say to yourself shape your mindset and, in turn, your reality. When negative thoughts arise, acknowledge them but don't entertain them. Instead, counter these thoughts with affirmations of your resilience, capability, and strength. Think of it as rewiring your mind, shifting from self-doubt to self-belief. By doing this, you're not ignoring the pain but choosing to focus on the qualities within you that the pain cannot touch. Now let's take that pain and turn it into fuel. When you face betrayal, it can feel like a weight on your shoulders, but Stoicism teaches us to lift that weight by channeling it into purpose. Ask yourself, how can I use this experience to better myself? Maybe it's dedicating time to your passions, setting new personal goals, or even starting a new chapter in your life that aligns with your values. Pain, when channeled correctly, can be a powerful motivator. It can drive you to pursue your ambitions with greater focus and determination. You can also use this experience as a learning tool. Reflect on what this pain has taught you about relationships, boundaries, and trust. This is where pain becomes wisdom, transforming your outlook and preparing you for a future built on stronger foundations. Think of each lesson as a building block, adding to a more resilient version of yourself. The Stoics believed that every setback has a lesson, and the quicker you learn it, the quicker you grow. Remember, the goal here is not to erase the hurt, but to let it become a stepping stone towards something greater. Every step you take and every bit of growth you achieve is proof of your resilience. Embrace it. Use your pain as a reminder of your strength and a catalyst for change. This path might be challenging, but it's also incredibly freeing. By transforming your pain, you're choosing to write a new chapter in your life, one where you emerge stronger, wiser, and unbreakable. In the end, it's not the pain that defines you, it's what you do with it. The choice to grow, to transform, is yours. And as you move forward, remember, your journey towards peace and self-discovery is the greatest victory you can achieve. Section 5. The importance of self-reflection. Self-reflection is an essential part of healing after intentional hurt. It allows you to understand why certain situations or people impacted you so deeply, and it empowers you to make wiser choices moving forward. In Stoic philosophy, self-reflection isn't about self-blame. It's about gaining insight, building resilience, and refining your character. By reflecting on why you trusted someone who ultimately hurt you, you gain clarity on the values you hold dear and the qualities you seek in others. Consider the question, why did you let this person in? Often, we trust people because we see something positive or familiar in them, or we want to believe in the goodness of others. but sometimes our trust can be misplaced, leading to pain. Reflecting on this isn't about regret, but about learning. When you recognize these patterns, you become more discerning, learning to trust people who genuinely align with your values. This kind of clarity is a powerful form of protection. Reflecting on your past experiences also brings valuable lessons. Every setback, every betrayal teaches you something about people, relationships, and yourself. The Stoics believe that even adversity has a purpose, to make us stronger, wiser, and more aware. Think of each painful experience as a teacher. Maybe it taught you to set boundaries sooner, to trust your instincts, or to let actions speak louder than words. These lessons, drawn from hardship, become tools for a more resilient future. Through self-reflection, you also begin to identify what you won't tolerate again. It's a process of understanding your limits and recognizing red flags early. Maybe it's a pattern of disrespect, a lack of reciprocity, or a disregard for your emotions. Whatever it is, let it guide your future decisions. The purpose of this reflection isn't to hold on to resentment, but to protect your peace. By acknowledging these insights, you're creating a personal standard, a code of respect, kindness, and loyalty that you expect in return. Self-reflection also reminds us of the importance of self-compassion. Healing from hurt requires forgiveness, not just for the person who caused it, but for yourself. It's easy to think you should have known better, but Stoicism teaches us that every experience, even painful ones, is part of our growth. You were acting with the knowledge you had at the time. Now, with new insights, you're equipped to move forward with greater wisdom. Be kind to yourself in this process. As you reflect, remember that you're not defined by someone else's actions, but by how you respond to them. You have the power to choose resilience, to let this experience deepen your understanding, and to create a life free from the influence of those who seek to harm. By practicing regular self-reflection, you keep yourself grounded, aware, and in control of your path. It's a way to reconnect with your values, define your boundaries, and shape your future with intention. So, embrace this time of self-reflection. Use it as a mirror to see not only the lessons learned, but also the strength within you. Every insight, every moment of clarity is a building block for the life you want, a life centered on resilience, peace, and inner strength. As you grow, this practice of reflection will guide you, helping you stay true to yourself no matter what or who comes along. This is your path to peace, and it's one worth protecting. Section 6. Surrounding yourself with positive influences. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is essential after experiencing intentional hurt. The people you let into your life shape your emotional environment, impacting your mindset, energy, and growth. In Stoic philosophy, surrounding yourself with people who uplift you isn't just a suggestion, it's a way to maintain control over your internal peace and resilience. This isn't about isolating yourself, but about choosing relationships that nurture your inner strength and protect your mental well-being. Identifying supportive people in your life is a key first step. These are the people who listen without judgment, who respect your boundaries, and who genuinely want to see you succeed. Stoics believed in building connections based on mutual respect, trust, and growth. Look around and ask yourself, who respects your values? Who encourages you to grow without expecting something in return? These are the people worth investing in, as they bring energy and positivity that help replace the hurt from past experiences. Building a new community or strengthening existing positive relationships can be transformative. This might mean reaching out to people who share your interests or values, whether through hobbies, shared goals, or simply a commitment to mutual respect. There's power in creating a circle of support around you, one that helps you feel grounded and secure. Positive influences don't just distract you from past pain, they remind you of your worth, encouraging a focus on growth and resilience. Remember, too, that letting new people into your life doesn't mean you're abandoning caution. Stoicism teaches us to be discerning and aware, to allow only those who respect our peace and boundaries to be close. So, as you welcome new relationships, keep in mind the lessons from past hurt. Use these lessons as a guide, allowing them to shape the standards you hold for the people in your life. The value of positive influences goes beyond emotional support. It's about reinforcing your journey of personal growth. When you're surrounded by people who respect you, it becomes easier to focus on your goals, to set and maintain boundaries, and to cultivate inner peace. A supportive environment empowers you to prioritize your well-being, helping you stay committed to the principles that guide your life. It's also okay if finding this community takes time. True, meaningful connections are rarely instant, but they're worth the patience. Seek out groups, friendships, or even mentors that align with your values and support your journey of growth and resilience. Remember, the Stoics taught that the quality of your relationships matters far more than the quantity. You don't need many people, you just need the right ones. In this process, stay open to building trust again. It's natural to have walls up after experiencing hurt, but remember that trust isn't a weakness. It's a strength when placed in the right hands. Rebuilding trust doesn't mean you're naive. It means you believe in the possibility of genuine connection. Being able to trust again, with caution and wisdom, is a testament to your resilience. It shows that while you've been hurt, you haven't lost hope. Ultimately, surrounding yourself with positive influences helps you stay true to your values and strengthens your resilience. Let go of relationships that drain you, disrespect your boundaries, or make you doubt your worth. Instead, invest in the people who uplift you, who add meaning to your life, and who help you become the person you aspire to be. In doing so, you create a powerful support system, a community that stands by you as you walk the path of Stoic peace, resilience, and inner strength. Section 7. Practicing forgiveness for self-healing. Practicing forgiveness is one of the most challenging yet freeing steps you can take after intentional hurt. In Stoic philosophy, forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or excusing someone's actions. Instead, it's about releasing the burden that resentment places on your heart. Forgiveness, in this sense, is a gift you give yourself, a way to reclaim your inner peace and let go of the weight that someone else's actions may have left on you. Start by understanding that forgiving someone isn't about them. It's about you. Holding on to bitterness ties you to the past, trapping you in a cycle of anger and pain. When you choose forgiveness, you're choosing to break that cycle. This doesn't mean you have to reconcile or even interact with the person who caused you harm. Forgiveness is an internal process, a decision to prioritize your peace over past pain. In doing so, you're allowing yourself the freedom to move forward without carrying the emotional weight. In Stoicism, letting go of bitterness is seen as an essential part of self-discipline. Anger, resentment, and bitterness consume energy that could otherwise be channeled into your growth and well-being. By forgiving, you're redirecting this energy toward something constructive, toward building the life you deserve. It's a form of emotional control, a choice to rise above the actions of others and focus on what truly matters: your journey, your growth, and your inner calm. Self-forgiveness is also crucial in this process. When you've been hurt, it's easy to look back and wonder if you could have acted differently. Maybe you think, "I should have seen the signs," or "I shouldn't have let them in." But the Stoics teach us that regret serves no purpose beyond the lessons it provides. You acted with the knowledge you had at the time, and now, with new insights, you're better prepared for the future. Forgive yourself for any perceived mistakes and recognize that learning is part of growing. As you work through forgiveness, allow yourself to feel and process each emotion. It's okay to feel hurt, disappointed, or even angry. These feelings are valid and are part of the healing journey. Stoicism doesn't mean suppressing emotions. It means acknowledging them without letting them control you. Embrace each feeling as it comes, then let it pass without letting it dictate your actions. By doing so, you create a space where healing can happen naturally, free from the chains of bitterness. Forgiveness for self-healing also means releasing expectations of justice or apology from the person who hurt you. Often, those who cause intentional harm do not seek to make amends. Waiting for an apology only keeps you tied to their actions. Instead, recognize that your healing does not depend on them. It depends on your decision to let go and focus on your growth. In releasing these expectations, you take back control, choosing peace over anger and calm over chaos. By practicing forgiveness, you're not denying what happened. You're acknowledging it, learning from it, and then choosing to move forward. Forgiveness doesn't erase the past, but it does free your future from its shadow. This is the ultimate act of self-respect and emotional resilience. As you let go of bitterness, you make room for peace, growth, and inner strength. This is the Stoic path, one where you take control of your mind, protect your heart, and live guided by values, not the pain of past experiences. Remember, forgiveness is a journey. Take it one step at a time, and trust that each step brings you closer to the inner peace and clarity you seek. In the end, forgiveness is not about forgetting, it's about freeing yourself and reclaiming the life you deserve. Section 8. Reinventing your identity beyond hurt. Reinventing your identity beyond the hurt is a powerful act of self-liberation. When you experience intentional harm, it's natural to feel like the pain is woven into who you are. But Stoic philosophy reminds us that while hurt is part of your story, it doesn't define the whole of you. Reinventing yourself means looking beyond the past and choosing to create a future that aligns with your true values, peace, and growth. This is about stepping into a vision of yourself that's untouched by the actions of others. Start by creating a vision for your future. Ask yourself, who do you want to become, knowing everything you know now? What values do you want to live by? Think of this as setting a foundation for the life you're choosing to build. In Stoicism, this act of envisioning aligns with the idea of living according to your highest self, where your actions, thoughts, and goals reflect your inner strength and resilience. This vision doesn't need to be grand, it just needs to be yours, grounded in what truly brings you peace and purpose. This journey of reinvention is about taking small, meaningful steps toward your goals. When someone has hurt you, it's easy to feel held back, but every small action you take for yourself builds momentum. Maybe it's dedicating time to a passion, learning something new, or setting health goals that prioritize your well-being. Each step affirms that you're more than what happened to you. You're someone with purpose, resilience, and the power to rebuild. The Stoics believed in action as a pathway to self-discovery. When you focus on your goals, not only are you pursuing something fulfilling, but you're also proving to yourself that life moves forward, with or without the weight of past pain. Every achievement, no matter how small, is a testament to your strength. This doesn't mean ignoring what happened. It means actively choosing a path that values self-respect and growth. Taking action toward your goals also involves setting priorities that align with your new vision. Let go of anything that doesn't serve this path. Relationships that drain you, habits that hold you back, or even environments that keep you tied to memories. Reinvention is about creating space, both mentally and physically, for what truly matters. This process is freeing as it allows you to define who you are without the limitations imposed by others' actions. As you redefine yourself, remember that setbacks will happen, but they don't erase your progress. Growth is not linear, and some days might feel like a step backward. But Stoic resilience teaches us that setbacks are just part of the journey. Use them as reminders of your strength. In every challenging moment, reaffirm your commitment to growth. The more you choose this path, the more you build an unshakable foundation of inner peace and resilience. Reinvention isn't about becoming someone entirely different. It's about becoming a truer version of yourself, one who values peace, growth, and purpose over pain. With each decision, you're choosing to live intentionally, guided by the lessons you've learned and the future you're creating. This is the Stoic way: to rise, to redefine, and to live with a sense of purpose that transcends past hurt. Embrace this journey with patience and trust. Reinventing yourself is a process, one that builds over time as you focus on your goals and priorities. By taking control of your story, you're not just moving past the hurt, you're creating a life defined by peace, resilience, and the strength to rise above any challenge. This is the life you deserve, one where your identity is shaped not by the pain inflicted on you, but by the resilience you've cultivated. In life, intentional hurt can feel overwhelming, but remember, your resilience defines you, not the actions of others. Choosing not to give second chances to those who harm you isn't about bitterness, it's about self-respect and inner peace. By setting boundaries, embracing forgiveness, and focusing on personal growth, you're reclaiming control of your story. This is the core of Stoic philosophy, finding strength, purpose, and peace in every moment, no matter the challenge. As you move forward, Let go of the pain and cultivate resilience. You deserve a life filled with clarity, confidence, and emotional freedom. Stay true to the path of self-discovery and let your actions reflect the inner strength that no one can take from you. If you found value in this journey, please like and subscribe to Stoic Narratives Official for more content on Stoic wisdom, personal growth, and finding peace within. Together, let's continue building a life of resilience and purpose. Thank you for watching.